So yesterday we discussed about data integrity. Okay, so sorry, data dictionaries. So I said here, whenever we need to apply some facilities like constraints or any other kind of views, synonyms, this kind of the facilities when you applied on table. So those information, that means whatever we applied on the table, that information, if I want to see, then how I can see those informations means, so there we are using what now? Data dictionaries. Okay, now, so data dictionaries, okay, we called as it is a system defined tables, guys. And whenever we installing our Oracle software, so automatically some predefined tables are okay preparing by your Oracle server. So in that, okay, some tables, okay, we called as a data dictionaries, and these are we called as a read only tables. We called, why? Because on these tables we cannot perform insert, update, delete operations, or we cannot perform. Okay, so it's just a retrieval purpose only we can use. So the reading is nothing but which command we are using here? Select command. Okay, so other than select command, we can't use any other commands on these tables. Okay, that's why these are called as a read only tables we called. Okay, and now I said here, suppose one table, and the table on table, what kind of constants you applied, views applied, synonyms you applied, indexes. So whatever we applied here, that every information will be saved under data dictionaries. Okay, and each and every information will store separately in separate data dictionaries, and that all dictionaries, if you want to see in your Oracle. Okay, na? So then we are going to be using what now? Dic. So this is the main dictionary. In this main dictionary, all dictionaries informations we can save it, or we can store it here. And that information, whenever you want to view it, guys, here. So there we can go for to see that command how I'm using now. Okay. So now I'm using that statement here, select start from dict and to execute now. So there are so many data dictionaries we have here. So like you can see how many data dictionaries we have here. Okay, so there are 1,000 above data dictionaries are we have in this. Okay, now, right? And every data dictionary table will save separate informations, okay, into that. So like every data dictionary will be saving that related information. And now we will see now how I can see my constants information on the table. So whatever we applied here, so those constants, how I can view it. For example, yesterday we created one table, one sample table we created, I think so. The table name is test number 100 now, something we created yesterday. Yeah, test number 100 we created. So on test number 100, okay, if I want to call this, so I just call it here, but I think we are not inserting any data on this. Okay, so test number 100. So there's no data, but if you want to see the test number 100, okay, so now this is the information about the test number 100. Okay, but here three columns are there: serial number, SNAME, and SV. On these three columns, okay, what kind of constants you applied? So that constant information, whenever we want to see it here, okay, whenever I want to see the constants information, then how I can see means that there is a one data dictionaries are there. Okay, now, so here I'm writing some note point. If we want to view, okay, column name, column name, and a column name along with the constraint name, column name along with the constraint name, okay, of a particular table, of a particular table, okay, particular table in Oracle database, in Oracle database. Then we use a data dictionary. Then we use a data dictionary. Is what is a data dictionary here means user underscore cons underscore columns. So this is one of the data dictionary I can use guys here. And whenever I want to see my constants details or constants informations, okay, then we are using what now? Data dictionaries. And in this data dictionary, okay, what it was there means on a particular table, on which column, which type of constant you applied, that information I can see it or I can view it. Okay, now let me come out and see. The first of all, I want to go for this table uh, structure I want to see because constants, okay, these use data dictionaries are called as what I said, it's the tables. So tables means definitely it was having some structure. And if you want to see the table structure, then we are using desk keyword and execute. When I'm executing here, okay, some column names are there like Warner, constant name, table name, column name, position, like some columns are, we have it here. So this is called a table structure of user underscore cons underscore columns. Okay now. So in this few columns you can see one is a constant name column and table underscore name column and column underscore name column. So now these three columns I want to call now. So first I have to send column underscore name, comma, constant underscore name from which table user underscore cons underscore columns table. So where my table name, okay, on which table you have to see test number 100. Okay, now test number 100 you want to see and to execute now and see on each and every column. That means on yes name column, above one is called as a column name and below one is called as a constant name. Okay, so first a column name you can see yes name, and on yes name we applied one constant. Can you remember in my starting classes I said when we applied a constant, every constant purpose system internally created one constant key identity. Okay, can you remember? Can you remember that statement? On every constant, okay, internally system is created one key identity, I said. Okay now, so those identities are called as a, okay, constant name we called. Okay now so that is we can see. So column name is called as a s name, and on this s name I was applied one constant, and this is called as my constant name. So constant name, but in the format of what now? System defined format this is. So on SV also, I was applied one constant. On SP also, I was applied one constant. On serial number, I was applied one constant. On S name is also, I was applied on constant. So that means on each and every column, we applied a constant here. Okay now, but these constant key names are created by system by default. Okay now, so that's why every time it was giving sys system defined constant key identity name. Okay, C0076576777879. But sir, can you tell me by seeing of the system defined constant key names, by by seeing of the system defined constant key names, can you tell me, I'm asking one thing. Okay, okay, I was applied here one of the constant on this s name. Can you tell me by seeing of this sorry, by seeing of this system defined constant name, can I know this is a which type of constant? Can we know that by seeing of this sys underscore C00679? Okay, I'm showing now, and you just tell me by taking off that number, this is which type of constant? Is it primary key constant, foreign key constant, unique constant, check constant, default constant, not null constant? So which constant can you tell me? We cannot say. Why we cannot say means these constants, whatever it was showing us, okay, these are system defined constant key names. Understand now? So when I want to go for this, okay, the numbers, the users cannot understand. And even though after designing this table, and this table, whenever we are sending to client application, that is clients, the client side location people, they cannot understand which type of constant are you applied on which type of column. Okay, so that is very confused here, and the clients cannot understand what type of constant are you applied. Okay, now, so this is when it is when we called as here system defined constant key names. Okay, and with the help of these key names, users cannot understand what is what. So to overcome this problem, what we want to do, we want to create our user defined constant key names. So whenever we have a chance to create our own constant name, then of course, we all of you know the user defined, why should we want to create for our easily understanding purpose. So now we will create a user defined constant key names, okay, on my constraint, which I applied on columns. So whenever we created user defined names, and those names, if anybody see, okay, or client people, they will see my user defined names, they can easily understand that what kind of constant you applied on a particular column of a table. Yes or no? So this kind of easiness purpose, easy to identification purpose, the people will create what now? User defined constraint key names. Understand now? Then how we want to create, sir? Okay, let me come. So this is what I did here. So yesterday I was created one table here that is called as a predefined. So predefined constant key names. Okay. So how it was means we are created yesterday one table, the test number 100, and we taken serial number integer and we applied primary key constant, then string, and we taken varchar of 2, and on this we applied unique comma not null we applied, and check constraint. So it was number of 10, and on this we applied not null. Okay, then after check constraint offers some fee I was given, so check constraint on yes fee column. Okay, not null, check yes fee is greater than, I'm giving here some, okay, some 5,000 whatever it is. Okay, no, right, this is whatever the constants we applied on the table. And suppose these constants, whenever I want to see, then I'm going to using user underscore cons underscore columns. And now when you observe this, okay, so I want to view it now. So SQL, okay, and we pass here the data dictionary cons underscore columns. Okay, and after that I will take it this, the entire the query statement, the syntax, and along with the syntax we have to take some. Okay, so this is what we have here. These are the constant names what we applied. Okay, these are the things. So one side we have a column names, and one side we have a constants names, but these constants names are predefined constant key names, which was created by system automatically when we applied constants. Okay, now, but the problem of this constants, what I said, we cannot identify which constant these are. Okay, so that is very difficult to identify here. So to avoid this problem, now I want to create my, okay, how to create user defined constant key names. Okay, now, so now we can see the how we can go to create it here, and we have some syntax now. So what is the syntax here? Create table and pass your table name of, okay, table name of, I'm sending here column name. After column name, you have to use the data type and size as usual. Then after, we are going to be passing some constant, and after that we send here constant key name. Okay, then after that we are sending here constant type. Okay, constant type. Okay, now, so now, so here I want to design like this now, and see, I'm going to, this is our syntax, comma, and so on. This is our syntax. Like this, you can apply on any number of columns. You can apply. Okay. Then what it was happening? Now, based on this syntax, now user is created as user. Okay, wish, and I will give my names, my user defined names to easily understanding purpose. Okay, now I'm giving easily understanding purpose. Okay, right. So now let me see the example I will show you on this. Come back to your database now. Okay, now let me go. Create table, and the table test number 101 of some I will take student ID, integer, and see after column name, data type, then what next we have to use means so column name, data type after constant is a predefined key. That key statement I should be using. So now I'm using constant. After constant key, then what we want to say, user defined constant key name. So this is user defined. Okay, user defined constant key name I have to give. So my wish is our understandable format I'm giving. So what is that? PK means primary key. Primary key constant we applied on stid column. This is user defined. So whenever the person will see my constant key name, that they can easily understand that, okay, pk means primary key constant. So this primary key constant, he was applied one of the column in this table. The column name is what now? stid. So this is our easiness purpose, and after that we need to apply primary key. Understand now? So this is one case. Second one is what now? Student name. Student name is which type? Varchar 2 of some type. So here also I'm going to apply. What is this? Constant, and constant key name UQ. UQ means what now? Unique constant. So I was applied on S name column. Okay, here constant key names are your wish, user understandable format. You can give any name, no problem. Then after that, what now? SV. SV is what now? Number of so and so size. Then after, okay, sorry, here I was not applied now. Mm, I'm going to apply unique constant. Okay, fine. Then after SV, SV, okay, is a number data type. So data type. Okay, after that constant is a key name, and after that here I'm using chk underscore sv. So then after, my constant type is a sv is greater than or equals to 5000. Okay, 5000. So now this is the way I'm going to apply my constants. So after user defined constant key names, when we are passing like this, then what is the advantage of the users? Okay, or client people, what is advantage means? Now after designing the table, then you can call your data dictionary. So what is my data dictionary here? Select a column underscore name, and I want to take here constant underscore name from user underscore, okay, cons underscore columns. Okay, where table underscore name is equals to, so my table name is a test 101. Okay, now we can see it's very clearly showing us. And now tell me, I'm asking to you guys here. Suppose if I'm asking, these are the column name, constant name. Suppose if I'm asking, tell me guys, on STID column, which constant we applied? Come on. Yes. Primary key. Which constant? Yes. We applied. We applied what now? We applied. Okay. So now here, this is what the advantage of what now? User defined constant. So if anybody asks you on student ID column, which constant we applied, by seeing of this name, by seeing of this user defined name, I can understand, okay, the user is applied a primary key constant. On SV column, which constant we applied? So check constant we applied. On SName column, which constant we applied? Unique constant we applied. So this is the advantage of what now? User defined data types. Sorry, user defined constant key names. Okay, but previously also same thing is done. But previously also same thing is done. But these constant names are created by who? System. So whenever system is created and system defined constant key names, I can't understand what is what. Got it my point now? I can't understand what is what. So that's why what I'm doing here, instead of going to predefine, now I'm creating my own user defined constant key names. And whenever I'm creating like this and I'm sending this table to my client person, the client person easily understand that on which column, which type of constraint the user is applied, the developer is applied, the programmer is applied. That information client people, they can easily understand. Okay, now, so this is the advantage of what now guys here, user defined constraint key names, how to design. Okay, now, so in real time also, whenever the people will be designing the tables, they will be created its own constraint key names. So this is a syntax example, and these are the how to view your constraint information. Okay, now, so how to view your constraint information, and previous one and this one, see how much easiness to the programmer or users. So they can easily understand that the which constraint are you applied on which column. So that is what the advantage of user defined constraint key names. Okay, now this is, and these informations can go to see in our by using of data dictionaries, we can see it. So with the help of this data dictionary, I can see my constant details, my constants details, what we applied on a particular table columns. Okay, now, right. But whenever we need to view the internal information of your table, so your table name, I said, na, so your table name must be in the capital, guys. Okay, na? The table name is always in the capital. You are created your table in which format, that is none of the matter. But under data dictionaries, compulsory, my table name should be in the capital. Either you created small case character or uppercase character, your table name is a small case or uppercase, or none of the matter. But table name should be table name TN. Table name should be in capital. Okay, now this point should be remembered. This point should be remembered. Your table name should be capital here. Okay, suppose if I'm giving small case character, what happening you can see. Now I just give it here. Okay, test number 101. So now I'm giving, it doesn't show anything. It doesn't show anything. Observe now. Okay. So what I'm saying here, your table name, whenever we are going to be viewing the data from the data dictionaries, whenever we want to view the data from data dictionaries, compulsory your table name should be in capital. Either your table are you created in small case characters or are you given uppercase characters or none of the matter, but here should be in capital only. Your table name is in small case or is in uppercase or none of the matter, but your table name should be in capital in this. Understand now? So you can't, but when I'm giving here capitals, then only the internal information will be showing to you. Okay. This point, all of you remember, guys. So these are what now the data dictionaries advantages right here. So how we can go to see my constraint details. Okay, right. But as of now, in these all examples, what we did here, we applied constraint along with the table creation. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Your constraints are we applied on table column along with the table creation. So along with the table creation, we applied our constraint. Okay, that is one mechanism we discuss here. But some people have a doubt. Sir, I want to apply constraints on existing table. So existing table means, what does it mean by existing table means? I want to apply constraints on existing table. It means what? Yes, that means already created table. Already created table you want to apply. Okay, now already created table you want to apply. Okay, so that is okay. How we can apply that kind of okay mechanisms here? Observe how to add constraint to an existing table to an existing table. Okay. Now first I will show you the syntax here. So every syntax is important for you if you remembering syntaxes and very easy. Okay now, right? Alter table name, add keyword I'm using, add constraint, and here I want to give constraint key name. Then after I need to send my constraint type. After that, on which column you applied column name. Okay now. So this is the syntax of how to adding constraints on existing table. Okay. Let me see. I'm showing one by one how we can add it. Okay. First, adding primary key constraint. Adding primary key. Okay. Let me come out to database now. The first what I'm going to do, first you have to create one table with the name of parent. So here employee ID. Here I will take employee name varchar2 of some size. And here I will take a salary. But carefully observe, I created my table, but on this table there is no constraints. Yes or no? Are you applied any constraints on these table columns? No, we didn't apply it here. Okay. So now I need to add a one by one constraint on these table columns. Okay, right. First, I'm going to applying here primary key constraint. I'm applying. Okay, how to apply primary key constraint? Let me see. Alter table. My table name is what now? Parent. and I'm using add constant key name, suppose EID underscore PK, then after primary key, and this is I was applied on EID column. So I just give it here and see your primary key constant successfully added. And suppose you have a doubt whether this constant is added or not. Okay, then you have to go to call your data dictionaries. And in the data dictionary, what is my table name? Parent. And now see, now tell me, your constant successfully added. Yes, it was added. And what is your constant name? What is your constant name? EID underscore PK. EID underscore PK. Yes or no? Like, so like I'm going to add in the next one is alter table. The table name is parent, add constant, and this constant, which constant I means on E name, I applied suppose UQ. Then I'm applying here unique constant. So unique constant of a E name. Let me see, table is altered. Then you can observe your unique constant is added up. Yes, we added. In the same to same, we can apply. Alter table, the table name is parent. Add constant. The constant key name sal underscore chk. Then C check constant chk. Salary is greater than or equals to 15,000 I was given. Okay, now? So whenever I was applied, this check constant is also successfully added. And if it is added or not, you can check. So now it will be added. So this is the way how we are adding primary key, unique and check constant. Understand now? So this is I will writing on this. So first we need to design the table without any constant. Okay, so now just after that you need to add your constants one by one. And this is primary key constant we added here. Okay, and the same thing. Now I'm going to adding unique comma check constant. So in this situation, so you need to add your unique constant successfully, and same as okay, right. So this is what, and same as how to, okay, the next one is what, no, how to add not null constant, how to add not null constant. For adding of not null constant, okay, we have a separate syntax as there, guys. Okay, we have it. So what is the syntax here? Okay, now the syntax here little bit changes are happened. So now I'm writing alter table, your table name, and using your modify keyword. And why, sir, are you using modify keyword means, sir? The reason is what now, by default, every column is what by default null. So that means already null is a applied, already null is a allowed on your table column. Yes or no? So already by default, every column is accepting nulls. So those nulls I need to modify with the not null. So that's why I'm using here modify keyword. Understand now? Here I'm using modify keyword. Why? Because every column by default in database, every column by default, it was accepted nulls. So those nulls I need to change as a not null. So that's why I'm using modify. So modify to which column? Modify to which column? So I want to send my column name. After that, you have to send constant predefined p, and later you have to send constant key name, and after that you have to send your not the null. So this is what we call. So alter table modify column name key name after not null. Okay, this is the syntax of your not null how to apply. Okay, now come back. Come back and see my table. Present in my table on EID column we have a primary key. E-name column we have a unique. Salary column we have a check. So already some constants are there. Suppose you need to apply not null. So not null when I try to apply, and let me see if I try to apply it on EID, what it was happen you can see. Just see your table parent. Okay. In parent, you can see EID column already having not null. Because of reason, primary key means what I said, it doesn't allow the duplicates and the nulls. So that's why whenever you apply the primary key constant, automatically your column will make it as not null. Your column will make it as not null. So I don't want to apply not null constant on EID column. Okay. Next one is what now ename column is there. So ename column is by default allowed null. Yes or no? Can you see ename column by default allowed what now? Null. So that means I have a chance to apply not null constant on ename column, and also the salary column also you can see salary. Salary column is also by default accepting what now? Nulls. So that means now not null constant, okay, we can apply on name or salary. These two columns we have a chance. Yes or no? Come on, guys. Yes or no? Okay, right. So any one column as your choice, you can apply. Now I'm applying now. Alter table. Table name is what? Parent. And I'm using modify. Column name, employee name column. On employee name column, I applied constant. So ename underscore NN, not null, and not null constant type. Now I'm going to execute. Table is altered. And let me see to call your data dictionary. Now you can see. So now tell me on ename column, we successfully applied not null constant. Yes or no, guys? Okay. Yes, we applied. And after applied, then you can see the structure of table and parent. Let me come out and see. Okay, on ename column, so not null is applicable. Come on, guys. Is it applicable now? Yes. Now you can apply your not null constant like this. Okay. And after that, so this is how to be applied. Next one is what now? Okay. So here I want to take this example to how I'm applying here. Okay. Then after, how to add a foreign key, okay, constant. So foreign key constant, next how we can add it. Okay. Now here also the syntactical wise, some little bit change. That's why I'm writing here syntax separately. And now we can see alter table and passing table name, add constant key name. Okay, constant type. What is the constant type? Okay, foreign key. This foreign key we applied on a common column of a child table. Okay, then we are taking references. From where are you taking references here? Parent table name. Okay, from parent table, and same as common column of a parent table. Common column of parent table. And what we need to apply additional facilities. If you need to apply additional facilities, you can apply. What are those? On delete cascade, or else we can say on delete set null. Any one only we can apply at a time. Both we cannot apply. Okay. So this is what the syntax of your foreign key, how to add to an existing table. Okay. Now, as per the syntax, I just follow now. Let me come out. Already parent table was there. So now I'm creating another table. The table name is child. And in this child table, I'm taking department name, varchar of some size. And now I want to take a reference. So your reference, which column I have to take reference? Primary key column. So primary key I was applied on which column? EID column. So now you just come back and see. So EID integer, just. So I was taken like this, but I'm not applying any constant here, just I'm taking. After that, I'm adding my foreign key constant. Alter table. The table name is child. Add constant. The constant key name is EID underscore FK, the foreign key. Then I want to apply here. So foreign key of your common column of child table EID, and taking references from parent table name is parent, after which column? EID column. Suppose I'm going to apply one of my cascade rule on deleted cascade. Yes. So now this foreign key is applied or not. Let me go and check it out here. So now I just remove this parent in place of parent child. So my data dictionary I can see. So now tell me guys, your foreign key successfully added now. Okay, right. So this is the way you want to add your foreign key constraint. Okay. So after adding this, now I will test this all the things, whether it was happening or not. Okay, now I'm testing. Carefully observe. So here two tables we designed. One is we called as a parent table, but there is no information. And even though if you want to see the child table, there is no information. So now carefully observe one by one. Suppose I'm inserting. Insert into employee ID number 1 into my table name is what now? Parent. Sending values of ID 1, employee name Smith, and yes, check constant. Na? So how much I was given check constant condition? Yeah, which is more than or equals to 15,000. Okay, na? More than or equals to 15,000. Suppose if I'm sending now, if I'm sending here 14,000. Now, can you tell me, guys, this record can I insert or not? In my parent table, this record can I insert or not? Okay, right. So not allowed. So when I executed now, so carefully observe the check constant is violated. It's okay. But can you see what is my constant key name was showing? This is user defined constant key name or system defined? Yes, it was showing user defined. But previously When I was not created user defined, previously what it was showing in place of this? In place of this, it was showing like this, no? In place of this, it was showing like this or not? SYS underscore C 007576. It was showing like this, no? Come on. Yes. But now it was not showing that because our user defined name I was given. So the user defined names are showing. Okay. So check constant successfully working. Okay, fine. So then I have to go to send here. So 15,000 I want to send. 15,000 is allowed now? Yes. And after that, if you want to come back and see your parent table, the data was showing like this successful inserted. But second time when I insert here, okay, here I want to change Alan and 34,000 rupees I'm giving now. So can you tell me, can I insert this record now? No, we cannot insert. Why we cannot insert means EID column already one is there. And EID column is which type? Primary key. Primary key means duplicates are allowed. Not allowed. So that's why if I use this, it was showing okay, unique constraint is violated. But which constraint is violated here? Come on, guys. Okay, right. So this is EID underscore primary key. Now, so duplicates are not allowed. Same as here, I want to change. Okay, so here I want to change 2 and come back in place of this. I'm sending here Smith. Smith already existing in my ename column. And this is already unique constraint. Unique constraint, can it is applied duplicates? No. So here also it was showing error. Now this time it will be working what now? Unique constraint. So finally, all constraints are we successfully okay working here. So finally I was given ln and to execute now. Okay, now that's fine. So your constraint natures are successfully allowed. Okay, and present in my table. Okay, these are the two rows because okay, right. Same as now come to child table. In child table, you can see there is no information in the child table. So now I'm inserting now. Insert into child, sending values, department name D1, and employee ID number 1. 1 is allowed in child table. Yes, it is allowed. Next, if I send here department number 2 and 1, can I allow this? Yes, it is also allowed. So can you say department number 3 and 2, can I allow? Yes, this is also allowed. But when I was given department number 4 and I was given, okay, 3, allowed?
Okay, right. So it is not allowed. Why it is not allowed means say in my parent table there is a three number. Do you have a three number in parent table? No. So that's why you are showing parent key is not found. So finally, your relationships are successfully made in between parent and child. Okay, that's happened. Now, in this relationship, suppose you can see if I try to delete data from parent table, so where EID is equals to 1, I was deleted. And of course, you can delete your data from parent table. Why? Because we applied cascade rules. So no, we applied cascade rules, and which cascade rule? On delete cascade. On delete cascade, what it was tell us? Once we deleted parent, automatically child also deleted. Okay, so right. Now come back and see your parent. One is deleted successfully. And now you can see child. Child also deleted. So along with the parent, child also deleted now. Yes. Okay, now that means all relations are be successfully working now. So same as this is what the way how to adding your constraints to your existing table. Okay, now same as how you added the same as how to drop, or else we called it remove. How to drop or remove constraint from an existing table. Okay, now from an existing table. So how we can do this? So there is a syntax here to dropping purpose or deleting purpose. Okay, what is the syntax? Alter table name, and here I'm using drop keyword, constant, constant key name. Okay, now right. So now if I want to drop my constant here, okay, how we can drop? Let me see. So okay, dropping primary key. Okay, I want to drop my primary key constant. So what is the syntax? Already we know syntax, and now we can come back and see. So first I have to see my parent table, how many constants we have here. Okay, let me come out and see parent. So you have a primary key, unique, check, and not null. There are four constants we have it here. Okay. Yeah. Now I will show you how to drop one by one. Okay, like this.
Okay, right, yes. So now we can see how I'm going to dropping the constants one by one. Okay. So what is our syntax here? Alter. The first I'm going to dropping what here? Primary key. Okay. But here carefully observe. Whenever you want to drop a primary key constraint, alter table. Table name is what now? Parent. Drop keyword. Constraint key name. So EID underscore PK. Okay. Suppose here one point should be remembered when you're dropping your primary key. What does that means? When you drop a primary key constraint, suppose this primary key is having relationship with a foreign key. Okay, now suppose this primary key is already having relationship with a foreign key, then it will be showing clear output as what is output here? The error message, your primary key is referenced by some foreign keys. So that means this constant, this primary key constant is already having some relation with the foreign keys. So that's why directly we cannot delete a primary. Okay, now we can see your primary key is deleted. Come on, guys, your primary key is deleted or not deleted? So not delete. Then how I can delete, sir? Means that there is a one keyword we need to use, sir. So that keyword is what now? You have to use a cascade. So whenever your primary key is having some relationship with the foreign key, then directly primary key cannot be deleted. So that's why we are using what now? Cascade keyword. And when I'm using cascade, now primary key is successfully deleted. But yeah, the thing is, once it was deleted your primary key from the parent table successfully, then same pattern, if you go to child table, the child table also, in child table also, foreign key is deleted. See, so when I'm using cascade, what it was happen? Primary key along with primary key constant, foreign key is also deleted from child table. Okay, na? This should be remembered. So this is when you have a relation. So your two cases are there. Okay, dropping cases is what now? Case one. Without a relation, suppose. Without a relationship. Without a relationship, in case one, without relationship, you can directly drop. And there I don't want to use a cascade. You can directly drop. If you have a case number two, you have a relation. So that means with the relationship. If you have a relationship with a foreign key, then must be use a cascade. This is the difference. Okay, now without the relationships, there is no cascade, directly drop. If you have a relationship, then you can use a cascade. Okay, now this is how to drop your primary. Same as the remaining constants also I need to drop. So drop unique, comma, check, okay, comma, not null constant. Okay, right. If I want to drop this, okay, how we can drop it now? Now come back. So present in my parent table, unique check not null is there. And there is no foreign key in child table. There is no primary key in a parent table. Okay, now, right. So now I will write alter table. My table name is what now? Parent. Okay, drop keyword, constraint. Okay, e name underscore uq. And I drop. And let me see it was dropping or not your parent table. Yes. So unique constant is successfully dropping. Same as if I want to write alter table, table name is parent. I'm using drop constraint. The constant name is sal underscore chk. So this is also dropping from your parent table. And we left only not null. The not null also we can drop. So drop constant name. So e name, okay, underscore nn. So finally, that all constants from parent table, that all constants from child table, both are removed. So are you removed now? All constants are we removed from both tables?
Come on, guys. Yes. So this is the way how we can go to remove your, how to add your constraint and how to remove your constraints. Okay, now these two are important for you to remove. Okay, so these are what now adding and drop. Okay, and the next one is the one more constant we have here, that is called as what now? Default constant. So default constant, where you want to use and how to use default constant here also. Basically, default constant when we want to use means whenever we need to assign some user defined value in place of nulls or in place of empty cells. For example, what it mean? Okay, suppose guys, just remember, I'm going to create one table. With this table, I'm preparing some column, suppose a serial number, okay, some name column, some salary column is there. Okay, now, right. I'm not applying any constant on this table. Clear now? Right. Suppose I'm inserting some record by using of some insert query. By using of some insert query, I'm inserting some value like 1, some name is A. So here salary suppose 32,000 or something I was entered. This is one row. Second time I'm inserting second record. Suppose 2 and I'm sending B. Then I left one column. Which column I left one column? Salary column. So whenever you left a salary column, then what it will take by default, guys? By default here, it will take a null. Understand now? Yes or no, guys? Come on. Yes, it will take. So here, whatever the null was taken here, this null is automatically assigned. So that means it is called a system defined default value. Understand now? That's called as what now? System defined default value. Okay. So why should I have to maintain null? In place of null, I want to give some user defined default value. I want to give user defined default value in place of system defined. So whenever you want to assigning user defined default value, there you have to use a default constant. Understand now? So in place of nulls, we need to give some user defined values. So in that cases, default constant we should use. Got it my point now? Instead of leaving null or instead of leaving null, I want to give some value. I need to assign some value. And how I can assign means by using of default constant. Okay. So default constraint is used to assign a user defined default value to a column okay now, right? Now see example. For example, carefully observe, I'm creating one table here. Observe, so one sample table I'm creating. Create table test number 1 or 2. Okay, so I'm taking some employee name varchar 2 of some size, and I'm using okay salary number. So what I'm doing here, on salary column I applied default. Suppose I was given 5,000 rupees I was given. So that means what I'm doing here on my salary column, user is assigning some value, default value, how much here? 5,000. So that means whenever user forgot or user didn't or user is not entered value for salary column, then by default that column will occupied with the 5,000 rupees. Got it? Huh? Now we can see table is created. After table created, you can insert test one or two. Okay. Now I'm sending my name and salary, sending values of, suppose name is Alan, and suppose salary I'm sending here 3,500 rupees I'm sending. So whenever user inserting value for salary column, then there is a nothing problem. Okay, row is accepted, and come back to see your whatever you inserted that will be accepted. Select a start from 1 or 2. So as usual, 3,500 only accepted because user is sending. But now the next one is what now? Suppose user is not passing the value for, okay, salary column. The salary column I removed now. Okay, now. So I'm inserting only name but not salary column. I'm inserting only name but not salary column. Then what happened? You can see it is also accepted. But your column salary, what it was take by default? Come on. What it will take? 5,000. So instead of taking null, now what it was taken? 5,000 was taken. What it was taken here? 5,000 was taken. So now this is a number of times. Okay, suppose in the next we have to send another name is called as a, suppose Scott. Then also it will be accepted and see your table 5,000 will be taken. So whenever you left a salary column, so there it will be taking what now? Default value. Understand now? So this is what, okay, the default value, how we can go to add. Okay, na? Right. So these are the total constraints guys here. So how we can go to apply. Got it my point now? So constraints how to apply along with the table creation. After table creation, user defined constraints how to create it instead of predefines, removing and default constant how it was working. Okay, na? So these constants knowledge is important for you at the time of table designing levels. Okay, right. And the next, I will go for another new topic in our SQL part. Okay, but before going to that, first I will share this entire notes into your Google Class.
Okay, right. So the next topic in this, okay, first I will show you before the topic to start, I will show you some examples here. Observe. Then you will get some idea. Okay, guys, suppose are you create a table. So my table, okay, my table is at test 50. So some, okay, columns I designed, serial number, name, okay, I get to, okay, that was. So carefully observe. Here I'm creating one new table in my database by using of which command I'm using here, create command. Now tell me guys here, create command comes under DDL commands or DML command. Come on. So it comes under DDL command. Okay, now right. So DDL command through I'm creating one new table in my database. Okay, now all right. So now I'm going to executing this table. Carefully observe. So table successfully created. Okay, and this table is created or not. Suppose you want to see, then you can call select a star from okay tab, and I want to see this. My test number 50 table is created or not. You can see yes, test number 50 table is created. Okay, now right. So after created this test number 50, okay, then into this table I'm inserting some data. Okay, insert into test number 50, sending some values. Okay, serial number 1, some name I'm sending here, Miller. Okay, right. One more record also I'm inserting here, 2 comma James I'm sending. Okay, but after that, if you come back and see select star from test number 50 table I'm calling. Okay, so now you have a data, but after inserted, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm directly closing my Oracle application. So directly I'm closing this Oracle application. See what it was happening. I closed my Oracle application directly. After closing this application, again I want to okay open my Oracle. Again I'm connecting because again I want to log. What is your user ID? MyDB 11 AM slash MyDB 11. Okay, again connect. After connected, okay, set as usual. Okay, I'm sending my page size. These are the common properties you need to set here and set your lines. Okay, so lines all set. And after I will call from select the star from tab list. I'm calling now. When I'm calling tab list, can you see my test number 50 table is having or not? Test number 50 table is having or not? Test number 50 table is there? Test number 50 table is there now? Yes or no, guys? Test number 50 table is there or not there? Yes. So table is there. Whatever the table I'm creating, table is there. But can you check here? If I'm calling, can you check here? If I'm calling here, select star from test number 15. Tell me, your data is there or not there? Data is there? Yes, data is not there. So now tell me. So table is a permanent. Yes or no? Whatever the table we created, that is permanently saved. The tables are permanently saved. But what we inserted data into table, now the data is permanent or temporary? Yes, so temporary. That means in Oracle, what it was happen, whatever the data we inserted into Oracle database, by default, those data temporarily stored. By default, the data storing temporarily. But now I want to store my data permanent manner. Okay, so what I'm saying here, by default, Oracle will store your data temporarily. Okay, but whenever user want to store the data permanently, what I want to do? Okay, na? So the permanent data storages operations how we can perform. Okay, we will go for tomorrow class. Okay, na? In the tomorrow class, we will see why data is temporarily stored and where it will be stored and how this data can be stored permanently and why DDL command, create command is a permanently saved your table, why insert command is a temporarily saved your data. So these operations, sir, we will discuss on tomorrow class. Okay, now? Right, yes. So tomorrow we will go for that. And now, so tomorrow we will see. And today session, if you have any doubts are there, stay there. If there is a no doubts, you can log out. Okay, and we will join tomorrow. Okay, guys. Right. Thank you. Thank you so much.